There are 3 lifeboats on board, and whoa! Holy cow! The ship just exploded and broke in 2. Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video, we're back in Roblox, and today, we're checking out a game called Mini Ships. This is another tiny ship game, and we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna sail some ships around and sink them. So yeah guys, let's get into the video. Now there are a few ships that we can spawn in here, not as many as there are in Tiny Sailor's World. We've got airships, cargo vessels, military vessels, and then passenger vessels. Now we've got the basics like the Britannic, the Lusitania, the Titanic, even Costa Concordia, and then some rarer ones like C and B, Jessica Ann, Berengaria. Not quite sure why the Berengaria has a Lusitania picture on there. Not quite sure. We've even got the Carpathia and Oceanic. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead. We're going to check out 3 ships from each category, or not really the airships. We'll check those out in a different video. But 1 from the cargo vessels, 1 from the military vessels, and 1 from the passenger vessels to get a basic overview of the game. So, let's go ahead. Let's spawn in the Titanic. That's the quintessential ship that most mini-ship games have. So, yeah, here we go. Alright, so here we have the Titanic in-game here, and it does differ from the Tiny Sailor's World Titanic. It actually has interior. If we go down into the grand staircase, you'll notice there is the staircase there. It's a bit hard to see, but yeah, there it is. So we actually have some interior on this model and a ton of other details. So that is super cool. That's something that Tiny Sailor's World does not have on their ships. So yeah. Now, I do want to go ahead and try Rowshade, which is the shader add-on I have for Roblox, and wow, that looks really cool. But we're going to go ahead and just use the base game because not everybody can run row shaders because they are costly on your computer. So yeah, but anyways, this looks really nice. We're sailing out here, and I think we'll go ahead and sail towards this island over here, and we'll see what it looks like. Now, we do have a scuttle option. You can see in the center of the screen there, we have a V-split and a modern sinking. We'll go ahead and check out the modern sinking for today's video, but not quite yet, obviously. We want to go ahead and sail over to this island over here before we sink the ship. So, yeah. Oh, look at that. The sun is setting in the background over there. That's going to be nice. We're going to be arriving in port right near sunset or at night, so yeah. Alright, so the sun is just set, and you can see that the lights are all blazing in the windows there, and that is very nice. And hey, look at that. There's another ship right over there. Why don't we go ahead and sail by them? We'll sail near the land, but yeah, we'll sail by that ship over there. Not quite sure what that ship is in the distance, but eventually we'll see what it is. It is definitely a 4-funneled liner, and it could actually be the Titanic because of the black hull. Let's go ahead and find out. Oh yeah, that ship is definitely the Titanic. Well, that is very unfortunate to see that they are sinking. We will be sinking the same way eventually. But here we are at one of the dock areas, and this is really nice. It's like a military base over here, which is cool. So yeah. Oh yeah, they are going down very fast. We might actually see the ship split over here, which will be very interesting. We'll go ahead, we'll slow down a bit, we'll see if we can render aid to whoever is over here. Obviously, you can see the ship is on its last legs at the moment, so luckily we made it just in time. So, here we go. The funnel has just collapsed, and I'm pretty sure the ship will break in half at any moment here. And we'll see. The power is dying, and there it is. The ship is broken in 2, and we can no longer render aid. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to sail on and sink our own ship eventually, so that'll be very cool. Whoa, look at that. If we look just behind us there, you can see the Britannic is closely following. Unfortunately, Titanic is about to sink, so we're going to go ahead, go to the scuttle menu, and click Modern Sink. Alright, so we have stopped. Britannic is sailing by, and we are rapidly going down. Look at that. And, oh, well, that person is trying to board our ship. Not quite sure why, but as you can see, the Titanic is rapidly going down. Wow, it is going down super fast in-game. As you can see, if we look at the stern, the propellers are already out of the water, and the ship is rapidly going down. What a cool view to see those lifeboats leaving the ship as it goes down. You know, it's kind of a view that never gets old, especially with these sinking ship games. And, yeah. Oh boy, there it goes. There goes one of the funnels, and the water is now reaching the grand staircase, rapidly flooding over the dome of the grand staircase and the dome cover. And yeah, there's really nothing left of the ship. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna quickly jump off the vessel and watch this thing go down, and that is a really cool view underwater as well. Wow. So in a moment, the ship is just gonna split in 2, and the funnels are gonna collapse, and then it's gonna basically go vertical and go down. So yeah. Alright, the lights are beginning to flicker just a bit there, and in a moment or two, the ship is just gonna basically split in 2, and go down. So it's only got 2 funnels left, and there they go. So the funnels hop off, and now the ship is just sitting in the water, going vertical now. Look at that. Wow. And look at that, it's actually being dragged down by the bow a bit there, and now it's going completely vertical. Oh geez, it went over vertical there. That is not great. That's gonna throw people off the ship. But there it goes, diving into the water very quickly, and it is gone. So that is the end for the Titanic in mini ships. We're gonna go ahead, we'll move on to a cargo vessel, and we'll see what they have to offer there. So yeah, and as you can see, the sun is about to rise, so yeah. Alright, so we've got a few cargo vessels here, none of which I'm familiar with, but this one on the left, which I can't quite pronounce, looks like a steamship. So why don't we go ahead and check that one out. Alright, so here we have the ship. I don't know if this is actually steam powered, it could also be oil powered, but yeah, this is a very nice looking ship. It's quite interesting for its design. It's got a lower part of the hull here. As you can see, there's a bit of a cutout, and the deck is lower there, and that's quite interesting. I don't usually see those designs around too often, but yeah, as you can see, really nice looking ship. Nonetheless, and we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna sink this thing. If we go to the scuttle menu, you can see that it just has sink ship, so there's no real simulation there, but we'll see what that does, and yeah, so very cool. Anyways, it's a small ship. Let's see what happens if it gets sunk. So here we go, sink ship. So there we go, I pressed sink ship, and it looks like it's just a traditional bow sinking. We are settling into the water a bit, so that's going to be interesting to see in a few moments here. As you can see, the water is now pouring onto the deck. One of the lifeboats has just left the ship. Actually, both of them have. There are 3 lifeboats on board, and whoa! Holy cow! The ship just exploded and broke in 2. Wow, so yeah, this is not great for the ship. It is just exploded and broken into 2 pieces, and is heading to the bottom, and wow, look at that. That is super cool. Oh my gosh. So there goes that ship, and it is gone. So let's go ahead, let's move on to a military vessel, so that'll be cool. Alright, so moving on to military vessels, we have 3 vessels here. We've got the Bismarck, we've got the Graf Spee, and the Orzol. So I think we'll go ahead and choose the Graf Spee, because I've seen the Bismarck before, and I have no idea what the Orzol is, so yeah. Alright, so here we have the Admiral Graf Spee. So this ship doesn't have too many details, but it is quite detailed. It's kind of on the same level as Tiny Sailor's World. So you can see, obviously, we've got the cannons, we've got the anchor chains, we've got the capstans, the little bit of rigging up there, funnels, lifeboats, etc. All the stuff that a regular ship would need, especially a warship like this. And this does have a sinking simulation, which would be cool to check out. So yeah, and there's another ship right over in the distance. So I do notice that some players will come on, and then it'll be dead empty, and then more players will come on, and then it'll go back to like no one on. So hopefully this game does pick up some more traction. It does seem really nice, so yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead, let's move on to sinking this thing. So let's go ahead, let's go over to the scuttle, and let's click that simulation sinking and see how this ship goes down. So here we go, and the ship should now be sinking. It is already starting to roll over heavily to the port side, so yeah, I'm pretty sure this thing is just gonna capsize. So here we go, the deck is now awash, it is still rolling over and going over quick. We're gonna jump overboard, we're actually gonna go ahead and just slide into the water there. Alright, we are now in the water. You can see the ship is now completely on its side. We'll see if we can jump on. Oh no, we can't there, but yeah, as you can see, the ship is rolling over. Will it explode? That's what I'm wondering. Probably not, but there it goes, completely rolled over and going down. So yeah, I know that there is a video of a ship doing the same thing, and like as it's halfway over, it just explodes. So yeah, but there it goes, it's completely upside down now, and wow, okay, we got the Poseidon Adventure. So yeah, wow, this view underwater is really, really cool. Look at that. And for some reason the ship is now rolling back over. Interesting. So because it has a sinking simulation, I think the ship did sink in real life, but I don't know much or anything about it, so I'm not quite sure why it's rolling back over. I would imagine as it did that, if it did roll over in real life, it would have just completely fell apart. I mean, all of that superstructure would have just ripped out, the cannons and whatnot as well. Somehow the props are still spinning, but the ship is almost completely capsized for a second time. Once again, not quite sure what's happening here. It is capsizing again. but once again, not sure what's going on. Alright, well, we've rolled over again, and that is quite strange, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end off the video here. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and a comment, and I'll see you next time, guys. Goodbye.